You have 5 seconds. 5 seconds before your brain kills your idea. 5 seconds before anxiety wins. 5 seconds before you talk yourself out of it. Author Mel Robbins discovered that counting backward from 5 interrupts your brain's sabotage system. And neuroscience proves she's right. I'm about to show you exactly what happens in your brain during those 5 seconds, and why this simple trick rewires your decision-making forever. Welcome back to Psych Insights. Today we're breaking down the 5-second rule, not the food rule, the rule that's changed millions of lives. Why counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 actually works. The neuroscience behind instant action, the psychology of breaking hesitation, and how to use this technique to overcome procrastination, anxiety, and self-doubt in real time. This isn't motivation. This is brain hacking. Let's dive in. Section 1. Your brain's default is sabotage. Here's what happens in your brain when you have an idea. Let's say you're in a meeting and you want to speak up. The impulse fires. Your prefrontal cortex processes the action. But then something happens. Your brain has approximately 5 seconds before it activates what neuroscientist Dr. Antonio Damasio calls the safety mechanism. Your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, scans for threats. Public speaking? Threat. Looking stupid? Threat. Being rejected? Threat. Within 5 seconds, your amygdala floods your system with stress hormones. Your prefrontal cortex, which was ready to act, now switches to defense mode. Psychologist Dr. Timothy Peichel from Carleton University studies procrastination. He found that the gap between impulse and action is critical. The longer you wait, the more your brain generates reasons not to act. At 1 second, you have an idea. At 3 seconds, you're considering it. At 5 seconds, you're already making excuses. At 10 seconds, you've talked yourself out of it. This is why most people never take action. Not because they don't want to, because their brain's default setting is protection, not progress. Your amygdala thinks it's saving your life by stopping you from speaking up, but it's actually sabotaging your success. Mel Robbins discovered this accidentally. She was struggling with depression, procrastination, and getting out of bed. One night she saw a rocket launch on TV, the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 launch. She thought, what if I count backward and launch myself out of bed before my brain stops me? The next morning she tried it. It worked. She's been teaching it ever since. Section 2. Why counting backward works. Counting backward isn't random. It's neuroscience. Here's what happens in your brain when you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First, the pattern interrupt. Your brain runs on autopilot 95% of the time. That's not laziness, that's efficiency. Your brain conserves energy by creating automatic responses. See alarm clock, hit snooze, feel nervous, stay quiet, want to work out, make excuses. These are neural pathways. The more you repeat them, the stronger they get. But counting backward interrupts the pattern. Neuroscientist Dr. Srini Pillai explains that engaging in a cognitive task, like counting, activates your prefrontal cortex. This is the executive function center, the part of your brain that makes conscious decisions. When you count backward, you're essentially hijacking your autopilot and switching to manual control. Second, the activation window. Research from UCLA shows that you have a 5-second window before your brain shifts from approach to avoidance. During those first 5 seconds, your brain is in activation mode. It's ready to act. But after 5 seconds, your limbic system, the emotional center, takes over and generates fear-based objections. The countdown uses that window. You're not giving your brain time to activate fear. You're counting down and launching into action before the sabotage system kicks in. Third, the commitment mechanism. Psychologist Dr. Robert Cialdini studies influence and persuasion. One of his principles is commitment and consistency. Once you start counting, you've made a micro-commitment. Your brain wants to follow through because stopping mid-count feels incomplete. This is called the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain hates unfinished actions. So when you say 5, 4, 3, your brain is already primed to complete with 2, 1, go. Fourth, the momentum shift. Starting is the hardest part of any action. Newton's first law applies to psychology too. Objects at rest stay at rest unless acted upon by force. You're the object. The countdown is the force. Once you move, momentum carries you forward. Studies show that taking any action, even a small one, reduces anxiety and increases motivation. The 5-second rule isn't about motivation. It's about outsmarting your brain's protection system before it stops you. Section 3. How to use it in real life. The 5-second rule works in 3 critical situations. Let's break down each one with specific examples you can use today. Application 1. Breaking procrastination. You're sitting at your desk. You know you need to start that project, make that difficult phone call, write that email, but you keep scrolling, keep reorganizing your desk, keep finding reasons to delay. Here's why. Your brain associates the task with discomfort. Dr. Pichel's research shows that procrastination isn't about time management. It's about emotion regulation. You're not avoiding the task. You're avoiding how the task makes you feel. The 5-second rule interrupts this emotional avoidance. The instant you think, I should start this, you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and physically move. Don't think about the whole project. Just move your body. Open the laptop. Pick up the phone. Stand up and walk to your workspace. You're not committing to finishing the entire task. You're only committing to starting the first tiny step. And starting destroys procrastination. Productivity researcher Piers Steele found that the hardest part of any task is the first 2 minutes. Once you start, your brain shifts from I don't want to do this to, well, I'm already doing this, I might as well continue. The 5-second rule gets you past those critical first 2 minutes before your brain can stop you. Application 2. Killing anxiety. Anxiety lives in the future. Your brain is creating catastrophic scenarios about what might happen. Social anxiety before walking into that party. Performance anxiety before giving that presentation. Decision anxiety before making that big choice. Your amygdala is in overdrive, generating worst-case scenarios. The 5-second rule brings you back to the present moment. When you feel anxiety rising, you don't try to think your way out of it. You count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and take immediate physical action. Walk into the party. Start speaking. Make the decision. Neuroscientist Dr. Judd Brewer found that taking action reduces anxiety faster than thinking about taking action. Why? Because your brain calms down once you're in motion. The uncertainty is gone. You're no longer imagining the worst. You're experiencing the actual reality. This is why anxious people almost always feel better once the thing they're anxious about actually starts. The anticipation is worse than the reality. The 5-second rule eliminates anticipation by forcing you into immediate engagement with reality. Application 3. Building confidence. Here's the truth about confidence. It's not a feeling you have before doing hard things. It's a pattern you build by doing hard things despite fear. Every single time you use the 5-second rule, you're training your brain. You're proving to yourself that you're someone who takes action despite discomfort. Psychologist Dr. Albert Bandura calls this self-efficacy, your belief in your capacity to succeed. And here's what his research shows. Self-efficacy isn't built through positive affirmations or visualization. It's built through actual performance accomplishments. When you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and do the scary thing, you're creating evidence. I was scared and I did it anyway. That evidence accumulates in your brain. Over time, your identity changes. Your brain learns, fear doesn't stop me. I'm someone who acts. This becomes who you are. Section 4. Why some people fail with the 5-second rule. The 5-second rule is simple, but people make mistakes. Here are the 3 biggest ones. Mistake 1. Counting to 5 instead of backward from 5. This sounds minor. It's not. Counting up doesn't interrupt your pattern. Your brain can count to 5 while simultaneously generating excuses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But maybe I should wait. Counting backward requires focus. You can't count backward and create excuses simultaneously. Always count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mistake 2. Using it as a thinking tool instead of an action tool. The 5-second rule is not count and then decide. It's count and then move. If you count down and then sit there thinking about whether you should act, you've already lost. The hesitation has returned. The rule only works if counting is immediately followed by physical movement. Stand up, walk forward, pick up the phone, start typing. Movement first, thinking later. Mistake 3. Waiting until you feel ready. You will never feel ready. That's the point. Your brain will never say, okay, now I'm comfortable with this risk. The 5-second rule works precisely because you're not ready. You're scared. You're doubtful. You're uncomfortable. Count anyway. Move anyway. Confidence comes after action, not before it. Dr. Susan Jeffers wrote, "Feel the fear and do it anyway." That's the 5-second rule. You're not eliminating fear, you're acting despite it. And every time you act despite fear, fear loses power. Section 5. Making it automatic. Here's the beautiful part. The more you use the 5-second rule, the less you need it. Neuroscientist Dr. Wendy Suzuki studies habit formation. She found that taking action despite resistance creates new neural pathways. Every time you count down and act, you're weakening the old hesitate and avoid pathway and strengthening the new think and do pathway. After about 30 days of consistent use, something changes. You start acting faster. The gap between impulse and action shrinks. Eventually, you don't need the full countdown. You think, "I should do this," and you just do it. The 5-second rule has retrained your default response. This is neuroplasticity in action. Your brain is physically rewiring. The connections between your prefrontal cortex and your motor cortex strengthen. The connection between your amygdala and your freeze response weakens. You're literally becoming a different person, someone who takes action. But here's the key. You have to use it consistently. One countdown won't change your life. 30 countdowns will start to. 300 countdowns will transform you. This isn't about motivation. Motivation fades. This is about repetition. Repetition rewires. You now understand the neuroscience. Your brain sabotages you within 5 seconds, but you can hijack that system by counting backward and launching into action. This works for procrastination, for anxiety, for confidence. And the more you use it, the less you need it because you're rewiring your default response. Here's your challenge. Pick one situation today where you hesitate. The moment you feel the hesitation, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and move. Don't think. Don't analyze. Just count and go. Then come back and tell me what happened. If you want more psychology that gives you practical tools, subscribe to Psych Insights. Hit the bell. We post every week. Now stop watching and go use this. You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.